Hello and good evening, and thank you for joining us today. I know it's been long and we've been missing out of action, but lovely to see you all here and wonderful to see some people who have been very regular. Thank you, so many of you who are joining in. And I have a question from Sharda. We will receive any certificates for attending the courses. Um, for attending these sessions, the PD sessions, we give you links to Microsoft Learn courses. Once you complete that, you can earn a certificate on Microsoft's portal. I will take you there and show you. Thank you for opening this session with a question. I absolutely love interacting with you all. So yeah, please, spread the word, help more people join in, and let others as well benefit from what we are doing here today. It's so fabulous to see, Manohar sir. So nice to see you, Karuna ma'am. Oh, Dr. Vasudha's here. So many of you. Lovely, lovely to see you all here. And yes, we will begin our session in just about a few minutes. Just give us a few minutes. We will start the session. We're giving some time to people to join in because I understand that sometimes when you have had such a long gap, it does take time. Hello, Maninda ma'am. Lovely to see you. And yes, it's always a pleasure to have you all here. Give us a few minutes, please. Thank you. All right. Respecting the time of all the participants here who are here already and a few who are just joining in. And I know, my colleague is also here, so I'll make her a presenter so that she can help me. Thank you, Meenakshi, for joining in. She is here with me. And now let's just start this session. Lovely to see such involved and engaged audience. It's always nice to have you all here. So, formally, good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome. In fact, welcome back to the PD sessions with Deep Pedagogics. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi, and I'm the CEO of Deep Pedagogics. I would love to take you through these sessions along with my colleagues and my friends. And, we are here today to talk on one of the most buzzing topic, if you allow me to use that word. It's the Gen AI, yes, the generative AI, and we are looking at how generative AI enhances our teaching practices. Well, does it enhance? Does it really accentuate? Or is it just about another gimmick or another tool? That's what we are going to decide today. Well, it's not actually decisive. What we are going to do is we are going to explore many ways in which we can use. And what is most beautiful is each one will have their own takeaway because when we say generate, the word generate itself allows you the possibilities of doing so many things. So we're going to check out the possibilities today. We will look at what do you think is the most viable way for me to use AI. AI can be a little intimidating for some because it's something that's new. We are seeing an increased focus on artificial intelligence at work and in our personal lives as well. Every platform offers you a variety of ways in which, AI is impacting our lives. And while AI is not new, the launch of ChatGPT in November 2022 actually led to I would say, a meteoric high rise in the interest towards generative AI, especially. And the conversation around AI became more specific to GAI, which is generative artificial intelligence. Generative AI actually is revolutionizing how educators teach and students learn because it offers multiple innovative ways in which you can create content that is so personalized that all the time, while I have been thinking of ways in which I could personalize learning, GAI is ready to offer me that. I can actually have a buddy to discuss my lesson plan without really wasting my colleagues' time I can pick their brain later, but then at the moment, I needed a buddy to think with me. So, someone to think along with me is now available. So, educators are starting to embrace AI assisted technologies, not just ChatGPT, but more in their daily work and adapt the kind of processes that can be simplified. Main aim here would be to save time, to become more efficient, to become more effective, and above all, do something creative and different, and that is today, so that I can resonate and my thoughts can resonate with my students who are people of today. So, investments in learning today are going to take you a long way, and this can help drive, productivity and help. AI is actually going to become a vital tool for transforming education in your institutions. So, with that intent, the pedagogics has always been, at the front of bringing in these changes. And here we are today to dive into this to help you explore practical strategies and some tools that can be tailored in the way that I want to enhance my ways of teaching and learning. So, you see what I'm using today? A lot of I and mine and my. And that's exactly what will help shape the future together because everyone will have their own way of generating or using AI to generate content that is relevant to me. Yeah. So AI lets human focus on tasks that deliver most value rather than being generic about it. And of course, there's been a ripple effect with AI at work. And I can give you an article to read. And, these are some of the articles that I give you to read. I really request you to go through these because they give you an insight and a perspective into why should I be using it? And if I'm using it, is it really impacting? Are there other people who are using it just because it's a new technology? Or, does it really hold good? So here's a good read for you. It's a research study, and you must take a look at this, right? As you do that, let me give you a peek into what this study offers. This shows the kind of skills that are required for the AI era. 82% of leaders say employees will need new AI skills to prepare, right? These could be analytical judgment, flexibility, emotional intelligence. Now, these are the skills that were lesser focused upon. Now, please, today, throughout today's session, try and keep the first four. I'll take the fourth one as well, that is creative evaluation. Keep these four and intellectual curiosity. Let's take it up to five. If I were there, I would take all in my kitty and move on. But I would say keep them on your mind while you're doing this because I would keep flexibility on top. Because flexibility is something that we need to build into our classroom so that students practice that to know what is flexibility. Currently in our classrooms, we have a very streamlined kind of a structured agenda, and students go through the entire workflow with us. They do not have the flexibility or the choice to actually define the way they want to learn and what is it that they want to learn and what are their interests to pursue those interests. So we're going to look at some of the ways which could bring in variety, which could bring in personalization, and probably build in a bit of a flexibility in the way we teach and learn. Why we are doing this is because, like I said, we believe that the evolution of work in this age of AI is very important to understand. And with GAI technologies, I think we're poised to start to change the way we work. And we are here as your learning partners to help you professionally upskill. With these stats in mind, I'm going to introduce the first tool of the day. It's not an introduction, though. You already know about it, but this is something that is so talked about that I have to start my session with Microsoft Copilot. It doesn't cease to amaze me each time because each time I come back, I do something new and I come back for more. This is one tool that I haven't stopped using since I laid my hands on it. Not because I'm a Microsoft Global Training Partner, but also because I think there's a lot of value that I have seen in it. And when I share something with you, it has to hold value, right? Now, Microsoft Copilot is, as the name suggests, I love the name Copilot because this is a pilot. And, in one of my workshops, one of the teachers very kindly suggested that, why is it called a Copilot is because I think I'm the pilot in my class who's flying the plane of learning, and this co-pilot helps me direct when I need help. So it was beautifully put, and it wasn't put by me. I want to give her all the credit for what she said. So it's literally your everyday AI assistant, and there's loads that you can do with it. It's already transforming work in every area possible, and people are experiencing, and there are studies. So the study that I have given you, you will see over there that studies have suggested that with Copilot people are able to complete tasks much faster than they were able to do before that, right? So here I am going to talk a lot towards education rather than going anywhere else. So, what is it that Copilot can do? Please don't go and start searching only, because that's not something that we are going to rely on Copilot for. First thing, it can streamline the process of checking and answering your emails. While you are answering the email, sometimes you just want to give a quick response. And what you will see is it automates that response and it gives you that this is a response. And sometimes you have that parent or that student who has done something, and you're in a position. I wouldn't call it uncomfortable. I wouldn't call it weird. I would just say you're in a position and you don't know how to respond to this. A very simple question like, schools closed down in Delhi because of pollution, right? Air pollution. Now, a parent just drops in an email to say, I think it's the same at home. Why are you just keeping them at home? When we are breathing the same air at home, why should they not be in school? How do you respond to that? Yeah, it's not your call. It's government's call, and then your admin's call, and then your management's call, and you're just following as a teacher. So how do you respond to that? Go to Copilot. Ask Copilot how to respond to that. Add some words to say politely. Um, Give me a very practical way of how a student can benefit from staying at home. So don't just give a generic response. Think about what kind of response would you want if you were the parent. So change that. Get the language from Copilot. Copilot will be happy to offer you the service of resolving issues more quickly, more smoothly, and create opportunities to empower yourself and people around you using these faster methods, so that we are upskilling ourselves not just by using AI to respond in email, but also to handle situations, or like I said, situations, or any kind of position that you are in, or to resolve any kind of work that you would have within minutes, rather than running to one person to another person to say, hey, you know what, I got an email, what should I respond, what should I say, and then go through all the rut of running down the corridors. Well, with AI, expect one thing: to lose less weight, because you'll not be running down the corridors. You'll just be talking to your Copilot. So, what I'm trying to tell you here is that unlock that ability to complete your task much quicker. In fact, about 37% quicker is what studies say for all your knowledge workers, that is all your team, and help everyone organize in an accelerated manner. This one of the reasons why I say use Copilot is because, one, you're in a Microsoft environment, you're secure, because with AI there will be a lot of questions about security, safety. So with Microsoft at hand, at least you're in good hands. And of course, ethical issues is something that you have to take care of. But what do I do? How do I teach ethical issues to my students? Well, go to Copilot, ask. I think I've talked a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to Copilot, and I'm going to behave as if I were a teacher. Of course, I am, but I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen again over here. If you can't see, let me know, but I have shared it now. I'm going to ask, act like a grade six teacher, and um, and okay. While we were talking about Copilot streamlining many things for us, there are a few questions, like I said, that, which you want to ask. For example, how do I teach ethics, right? Great teacher. And draft a 2 day, 40 minutes each day plan. for teaching students about ethics of AI, of using AI, sorry. All right. So here's my prompt, but it doesn't offer here. Include um, games, scenarios, quizzes. What else? What else? What else? Give me something. Let's say uh, probably something to do with art. I've always found art very comforting, and I always feel that if you use art as a medium, it just changes the whole environment. Now, whether that is performing art or visual art, any kind form of art, but I find that that just relaxes the environment. So I love it. So here you go, lovely. Look what you have. What you have is a fun and engaging 2-day plan. I've not even read it, so I'm going to read it with you. Students will understand ethics of AI. What is AI first? Of course, briefly you explain. Now, this is very easy for you to say, right? But I don't know what am I going to teach. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to have a threaded conversation. Suggest or let's say elaborate. Elaborate on what elaborate, simple elaborate. Okay, what do you mean by introduction? So what this is going to do is it's going to give you a brief about what is it that you should talk about, and you could actually use this in your class. But is it going to be that simple? No. Don't just pause here because it talks about many things. AI, simple examples are virtual assistants, Siri and Alexa. Recommended systems are these, okay? And then they say that show a short video. I don't have that video. No worries. Copy this. Now watch this. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. And this is what I am trying. What I've done is I have just picked up this as a script. Find a kid friendly video that explains AI in everyday life. A good example of short animation or a clip. Okay. So I'm going to put it here and I'm going to say draft a script for this. Okay, so what I'm doing over here is I am asking my co-pilot to do these things for me so that I have all of these things ready with me. Now, what do I do with this? I can do multiple things. Number one, use AI to create a video. I'm going to do that, but a little later. Or I could actually take the script, give it to my students, and say, tweak the script, let the learning be the same at the end of the day, but I want you to tweak the script and act it out. So what you're doing is you're getting hands on, not just AI. You're using your wisdom to bring in choices. The story could be this, or the narrative could be this, or you could change the narrative. So you're giving a sample study. Remember, this is grade 6. They know how to read. And if you feel that this example is too high, simply just say, make it simpler, make this simpler and shorter. There you go. So what I'm trying to do over here is trying to get something very practical, but not generic. Now, do you see? It's a very short and simple piece. Students don't like reading lengthy things. Give them something as simple as this that is digestible so that they're able to share with us something that we would want. So I'm just simply going to copy this for now and keep it, right? So what I did was I used AI as my assistant to actually help me define what is it that I should teach my students while I am learning or teaching about, ethics of AI. So a complex topic like this, which I was not taught in my school or I'm not a computer science teacher, becomes something really simple. This is only one example. I can quote more examples as we go, right? But where to access? First of all, I know you also want to get hands on. So, where to access? You can get Copilot in various formats. Number one, the way I was using on a browser, you can simply just go and type copilot.microsoft.com and your job is done. Secondly, on Microsoft Edge, you will find on the top right corner over here, you will find the logo of Copilot and you can use it there. Third, you can even download that as an app on your mobile phone. I have it as an app. I use it all the time, and that's so convenient. Fourth, if you are a Windows 11 user, you should see the Windows icon on your taskbar or the desktop bar as well. You can use it from there. And of course, you can go to Bing as well to use this. So these are various ways in which you can use it. And then there is, I know many of you are going to ask me, therefore I'm going to answer this before you ask me. There is a free version of Copilot and there is a paid version of Copilot. In the free version of Copilot, these are the features that you get. In the paid version, this is for individuals, okay? In the paid version, you get Copilot in Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. It is phenomenal. What if you're ready to pay? Right? And don't look at the pricing here because this is global pricing. Of course, you can contact, write to us in case you are thinking about any of this. And then there is Copilot for organization. For example, I run an organization called the Pedagogics, and every member in my team, I want them to use their organization ID while they're using Copilot. What is the benefit? There are multiple benefits. I can talk about it in another, session. But there are multiple benefits when you use it as a co-pilot because you can track what's happening. You have your, security of M365 built in and all of that. But you get only the features as are available in individual. But the only difference is here you're using with a personal ID, here you're using with an organization ID, and this is what I highly recommend. Then the last one is Copilot for M365, which is a complete suite and is at the highest level of data protection and other things as well. Yeah. So those are your different loops. But the good part is AI per se is available across the board in Microsoft, and it's a beautiful feature. I'll give you a very simple example. You've heard of, um, you've heard of dictate as a feature, right? While you look at dictate as a feature, you normally feel, it's for fun. But look at this piece. Look very carefully because this is a story planning sheet for a 9-year-old boy who is dyslexic. Very difficult for this child to actually organize and write. And as a teacher, you can see that he has cried for him because writing is torturous task for this child, but it is pretty eligible, and it's a very slow process. So then you give him the learning tool, for example, a dictate feature. The minute you give a dictate feature, look, the same child actually has said or spoken to the system, and the child was able to write this entirely independently, removing the embarrassment of having an adult over the shoulder looking at the way you were scribing. And the child could type and then use the immersive reader to read it back to himself. So if you choose the wrong word from the spell check menu, he would realize it is mistake, and when he reads it back to him, that his output is going to be dramatically different. This can be used across, whether you are using a Word, PowerPoint, OneNote, whatever you're using, you can use Dictate as a feature. And I highly recommend that, if you have this option, please allow students to actually showcase their understanding or abilities to you by using this speech to text feature, and give them that space to learn. That's using AI. Look at that. That's a seventh grader before and after dictate feature. So, why deprive them of this ability when it is available? Yeah. Another one, moving from Copilot, so moving on back to Copilot, the first thing that we were talking about was that Copilot can actually search results across the web. Now, when you saw my screen, you saw that there were these links that were coming up. So bibliography comes alongside, and then you can summarize the responses as well, and you can have specific needs. You can provide links to the content sources, and you can be very, very creative with it. I hope I have excited you enough. And while I was talking about flexibility, here's an example of flexibility. If you give a prompt, now we all give research, work to our students. Now, while giving that research work, if you give a prompt like that, it's pretty open-ended, right? It gives you the ability to be flexible, and you're able to bring in your own way and your own topics to research. For example, here's one of the topics. I'm a grade 7 student and generate 5 research project ideas for science class studying about simple circuits. They want to create projects, experiments, models, And they've also given reference to websites because students are very smart and they know how to look for a website. They pick up all of this content and give it to Copilot and look at the way in which Copilot is trying to help give ideas on projects to choose from. So you have brought in flexibility. Your learning objective is to know about their understanding of simple circuits via projects or experiments or models that remains, yet they enrich their knowledge. You allow them to ask questions and encourage them to ask follow up questions. That's the way I asked. Can you explain that in simpler terms or give me more options? So, those are some of the things that I would encourage. And if I were to build a complete workflow, here it is. I would say, I normally would pick up an article, which, for example, the Delhi pollution days are still here. And, we know that the pollution levels go up and down, and people coming from outside really feel it. So, when they feel, they talk about it more than the people who are actually living in Delhi. That's understandable. But students or children around us form this idea that maybe my city is a bad city. Maybe my city is making me suffer. We have to broaden their thinking by giving them more opportunities to see that pollution just doesn't affect, or air pollution just doesn't affect Delhi, but other cities in the world as well. So we bring in more pieces, pick up an article, summarize the text, explain it like you were explaining to a grade 3 child. Make a research project idea about air pollution. Be my project planner and help me plan this project. Make a study plan for me. Goal generation. What should be my weekly goal? And evaluate my work as a teacher. That is something very important. Refine my work, bring my ideas to life, and help me build my skills. And you'll say, but everything, generative AI is doing. No, generative AI is only suggesting, only being the parent, the teacher, the buddy, the tutor that is required for that child to actually complete the task, because we know every child has its own ability and not all of them have the ability to actually work the way they should. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to move a little outside and give you a peek into this tool. A big time fan, and this is a homegrown tool. This is made in India. It's one of the this tool is one of the most trending tool currently, and it's called InVideo AI. It's a beautiful tool or an application that has gained that has gained attention for the capability in the realms of video creation. So offering a range of ways in which you can create. In fact, I have used InVideo, and I'm just going to use, you remember the script that I have generated? Watch what I do with InVideo AI, because I love the way it creates. So I'm going to share back my screen and I'm going to take you to InVideo, and don't worry, I'm going to give you all these links. Now, this is what I was doing a little before I joined all of you. Over here, I've been able to, create one, but no, I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. Here we are. This is InVideo. This is my library of what I have been creating, and you can see that I have created a video on AI, explain how smart tech is and how it's changing our lives. But I'm going to do a live one in front of you. Once again, this is InVideo AI, and please note, we are not paid for any of these apps. These are all, this is just knowledge sharing that I'm doing with you, and most of the times I'm just doing it for the first time in front of you with you. So please bear with me if it doesn't work out the way it should have. Okay, once again, I'm going back to Copilot. You remember over here, we had generated a script. Yeah, so we say copy this. We go to InVideo now over here. Okay, now I have to shift this. Okay, wait. Here we are, and I'm going to say generate here. I have kept my script over here. This version is an easier one for kids to understand. This version is concise and for kids to understand. I'll let that remain because this is AI. It should be able to read this, but I'm going to go ahead and start with this opening scene. All right. So I will simply say generate the video. Now, what you could also do is generate an AI shorts. You know what shorts are, right? Shorts are those short videos that you put on, your YouTube or Instagram. You can even make an explainer video. You can generate an animated film. You could use the script, workflows, plugins as you like it. So if you want, you can go for animated film and then choose your characters. 3 minutes long. No, I think 1 minute because my students uh, you know, uh, don't really have the patience, ethics of AI. And I'm going to put in all the information here, remove the first sentence, and then you could also say generate only media or stock media. You can just let it be. You can change the style if you want, and you can simply say continue. Now, the minute you say continue and generate a video, now this is not a paid version. Remember, um, this is a free version that I'm using. Okay, I did not pay for this. No, I haven't, not yet, because this is something new that I'm trying until I'm confident. I'm not sure whether to invest or not, just like you. Yeah. So it'll take about a few seconds before it actually generates. So it's still analyzing and it's thinking. I love the way they have put, all the words over here, because what they do is while they're preparing, they let you view the stage of generation at which they are. So I quite like that. And after they have generated the video, you also have the ability to change any scene, any voice, any background. If you don't like a particular image, for example, that video that I had actually created, let me see if I can duplicate this and show you the one that I wanted to show you. Mm, just a minute. I hope I haven't disturbed that one. Let me just go with in video. Okay, let me see if I can look. This is now generating over here. It's reading the script. This is still loading. Let me check if it is giving me. Yeah. So let me show you till this one, transform learning till then, and it's still generating. Yeah, you can see I'm on two different tabs over here. Right now, I'm showing you what I had done earlier. So I'm just going to reduce the volume a little bit, but I'm going to play this for you and then show you.
Hey there, teachers. Are you ready to revolutionize your classroom and make your teaching more engaging and efficient? Today, I'm diving into how generative AI can transform your teaching practices. Imagine creating professional quality content effortlessly. With tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Taskade, and Beautiful AI, you can generate lesson plans, quizzes.
So do you see this? This is completely automated, and I can actually screen wise go and change this. Let's say I don't like this, right? I can upload my own media or say that, give me more stock videos to choose from. Probably I would like this one better. I can make that change. I can bring in change in my script as well. So whatever changes you want over here in this video, now this is completely generated on its own. I haven't done anything. Yeah. Now this is for kids. Okay, this is normal, and it's going to be a YouTube. You want to edit the prompt, you can at this stage, but I would just say, okay, let's go. Okay, see, like I told you, this is not available. Just a second. This is a paid one, so don't go for this. I am going to go and edit the prompt, and I'm simply just going to say generate a video. Let me see what it does. Maybe it does, maybe it tells me come back later. No, I think it is going to. So let me just give it a few seconds and it'll generate. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that all of these changes are something that you can easily make yourself. Let's say you don't like this classroom, you can replace it with this one. You can change any of the scenes over here which you feel are not appropriate. Yeah. Uh, and here you go. Now, once you are done, you can simply just go ahead and say, save this. Additionally, you also have, other things that you can change from over here, the duration or, the volume as you like it. You can even change the music. There is of course, oops, okay, I did discard the changes that I had made. Never mind, but you can change or upload your own music as well. You can see over here, you can change the volume, script, any kind of setting that you want changed, you can change that as well. Yeah. So all of these are possible. Now, till this happens, I don't want to waste, our time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, talk more about other things that you can do. And by that time, I guess our video should be ready. So we are talking about NVIDIA today. Here's what it does. It does many things for you. And these are only some of the things that I'm able to show you today. You can go ahead and check out more. Of course, it always takes a bit of time. So bear with us as we do so. Um, okay, the next one is Wozo.ai. Now, especially in a country like ours, we really need a tool that can accommodate various, translations. So Vozo.ai is one where you can transform your video with AI into a language of your choice. So it'll translate, it can rewrite, you can redub it, and you can even lip sync it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm not going to give you a demo of this. As you can see, it takes time. I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and try this, and it's really good. I mean, you should try this, especially if you are, into regional languages and you would want to. So it's Vozo AI. I'm going to give you again Vozo Vozo.ai Vozo.ai. So try this. It's a great one. Oh, this one I love. Pictochart. Pictochart is, as the name suggests, Pictochart is very descriptive. So you can actually transform any idea or any prompt that you have into a professional video within seconds. I know many, many, many apps can do that. Why I picked this up is what I did was I want to show you something. Wait, hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to move out of here, going to go back to my browser. I will say generate, see all plans. I'm going to go with the current plan. I knew it's always going to. Okay, educators, stock media. Sorry. Now I think it will. Yes, there you go. Here you are. You are on Pictochart now. Pictochart is amazing for doing so many things, but I know there are many tools that you can do. Click on generate a visual with AI. Okay, so here's something that I did. I will show you. You can format, you can choose any format that you want: list, timeline, comparison, newsletter, or chart, and you put your topic here. You can not only put your topic, you can even, you can even bring in your PDFs or anything that you want. You can upload a document as well. So since we are on ethics of using AI, let me remain on that, and I will say generate an infographic. Now it'll ask you to choose a color combination that you would like to take up. I think what I'm going to go with is this one, pretty much like this. I'll say edit this, and it's going to edit it. Look at that. Did I have to really wait? No, not really. Let me just log in because it always logs me out. Just a second. Okay. I hope it just happens. Of course, these are all time sensitive, so please be careful. You have to really keep logging in. There you go. Now, I didn't have to do anything. Look at that. My entire infographic is ready. And if you want to make any changes, there are style changes that you can make over here, basic shapes, icons, anything that you want. Everything is available on the left side. You have design components and other things. Or you could simply just say, okay, download. You want it as JPEG, you want it as, PDF is paid, so I would rather take it as a JPEG. Now, as it gets downloaded, I will show you what my finished product looks like. It's amazing. This is still at 15%, as you can see, 19%, 20% now. Till then, let me give you a peek into what my infographic looks like. Look at that. My infographic for teaching ethics is ready. Here you go. And within minutes, you have your entire content ready. Now, where I'm taking this to teaching practices is the day you feel, okay, there is something in my class that I need to do. Today, I think I need to speak to my students about something. This is your day and time. Please go ahead. Use this as your tool to create content instantly. It'll give you certain, and you can always make changes. If I go back over here, I can show you that you can actually edit any of the content that you have over here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so you can actually go ahead and delete any of the content, edit any of the content that you want, and you can regenerate it. So for the times when you are short on time, it's always good to take help. Yeah. Okay, so our video is ready. Let's take a look at. I don't know what this is going to look like, how close or how far it is going to be, but I can always edit it, right? Let's take a look.
Hi, ever wondered how your gadgets know what you need? That's AI, or artificial intelligence. At home, Alex uses Echo, a smart assistant. Echo plays music and controls lights using AI to understand Alex's voice. In school, Mia's learning app suggests fun math games. AI helps the app choose the best games for her.
Streaming services like Netflix use AI to recommend shows based on what you've watched before. AI is everywhere, making life easier and more fun. Remember, it's important to use AI responsibly. Thanks for watching.
There you go. Within seconds, my entire script, my video, and everything is ready over here. So, here, what I'm trying to show you is that sometimes life can be simpler than, can be made simpler and more effective. In fact, you can actually have certain ways in which you're going to use and do an app mash on it. For example, the way I did. So what I did was I did many things. I used Copilot to generate a plan. Then I went to InVideo and I also got a script from there. I went to InVideo, gave my script, it created a video for me. Then I said, I think I need a visual as well. And I went to PictoChart. What I could have also done is now I'm going to take this video, I'm going to download, and of course I can download this video. I'll download this video, go to vozo.ai and translate it in multiple languages so that my students can actually use it with me. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bring together many, many opportunities for my students to learn. And then I'm going to do one more thing because I need to assess my students. So what is it that I'm going to do? I'll show you in a few minutes. First, I have a few comments and I would want to address. And if you have any thoughts or comments, please do share in, the chat window. Okay. Manu says that it gives me 10 prompts free only. Yeah, that's why I said you try and use your organization ID and it'll expand your search. Also, while it gives you 10 prompts, you refresh and you take your last prompt and it'll still give you the threaded conversation. Okay. Everything is paid version, right? No. Everything is not paid. I'm telling you very clearly wherever whatever is paid. So there are certain opportunities or certain chances or certain creatives that are or features that are free of cost in different apps, and some are paid. What I would say is the part which is unpaid, you can use at least that much. Of course, we always want to use what is not available for us, but while we are leveraging these tools, it is a great idea to leverage what is available to you. Okay, conduct a session for Copilot to add in Word, Excel, and other apps. Uh, for that, Arokya Raj, what I'm going to do is I will have to request you to write to us at education at thepedagogics.com. I would love to do that. And but do remember that that is the paid version. That's not the free version. So I would love to do that and just write to us, drop us a mail at this ID, and I would love to do that. Can this app create an image accordingly our need? Mausami ma'am, thank you. I'm going to go there only and I'm going to use one of the apps. Earlier, Copilot was doing the same, but it's not reflecting. It's not reflecting because it's now a full-fledged app, which is Microsoft Designer. That's where I'm going to take you, and I want to show you where you can bring in flexibility. Yeah. So here we are. We're going to talk about Microsoft Designer now. Any more thoughts or comments are most welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and take you to Microsoft Designer to show. Here's one of the prompts that we used on Microsoft Designer. To remember the importance of prompt, we've done it in an earlier session. You can watch that session on YouTube. And I'll share the links to our YouTube and our Instagram handle where all our content lies. So you could actually visit that and speak to us if you want more clarity there. So we went on Designer and we said, create an image with a top view. Now, look at the kind of colors that we have used over here to highlight to you the various parts of this, prompt that we have used. It's not just a simple prompt, it's very descriptive by nature. It says, create an image with a top view. What kind of a view do you want? Of an orange fish. What kind of a fish are you looking for? Camouflaged in a pond in Amazon that is filled with green moss and a small boat in digital art. So you see the detailing that we've done? Lot of adjectives, lot of description, anything that you can visualize, everything that is on your mind, just put it here and you will have something amazing. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here once again. Going to Designer. What is it that you want to do? I'm going to come to the rest of the things later. First, I'm going to go here because I want to do an image for you. Since you asked, your description is going to come here. What you're going to do is you're going to write, I've just copied. whatever was there. Okay. Now, the most beautiful part. Not all of you want to see an orange fish. Not all of you want to see a pond in Amazon. Therefore, I'm going to give you a choice. How am I going to do that? Number one, you can enhance this. I'm going to give an opportunity to AI to enhance my prompt. Yeah. Number two, I'm going to go ahead and share this. Now, while sharing, you can actually share this as a template. Yes, you heard me right. This descriptive prompt can be shared with the students as a template. I'm going to edit the template. How are you going to do that? Highlight a part of the prompt that you want to customize and add customized field. For example, I don't want the top view. I'm going to highlight this. I'll say add customized field. I don't want an orange fish. Okay, or I'm going to highlight the whole part of it. And I'm going to say pond in Amazon. Now you can make it one or two. Now each student will have their own way to do this. Okay, filled with green moss. Possibly add this and even give them an option to edit this and the digital art. Now, do you see? I will not have same or similar results. I will have a variety in my class. So once I'm done, I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to drop it in your chat window so that you all can actually start creating. Even if you do it after this session, you must try because it'll need you to log in. If you want to try now, go ahead, share your creation with us. It'll show you something like this. So it'll give you an example of what I have done, but it'll give you a choice to actually write anything, top view, side view, right side view, or narrow view or wide view as you like it. So you can make it your own and you can start using it. Yeah. And till that time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this and generate as well so that I show you what are the possibilities, even if you're not trying on your system. Now, do you see all of that? I have actually created multiple of these over here. These are avatars. I'm going to give you this one later so that you can create your own avatars and enjoy creating this. Do you see that? So beautiful. Look at the top view, right? There are options for you. Now, whichever, look at that. That's pretty camouflaged, isn't it? Amazing. So look at the kind of options that you get, and you can choose from that, and you can simply download, or you can even edit. You can make it more camouflage. You can make it a green fish, and then see how it changes. Let's try that. So, it's up to you how far you want to take it, and and then of course, you can edit into various. For example, you don't want the background, or you want to blur a certain area of it. You could actually blur out the area that you want, or blur out certain portions of this image as well. Do you see that? Yeah. For example, I want to blur these things out. You could actually go ahead and auto enhance this as well. So there are multiple options for you. I'll let you try this in your own, systems. And of course, coming back to the prompt that I have given you, if you've created something, do share in our chat window. If you're starting absolutely new, you can actually explore ideas here. Do you see this? They've given you these prompts, and the portion where you see that it's written in blue or this purplish blue, you can actually edit this. You can actually write your own thing. Okay, so you can rest your cursor on any of these images. It'll give you the prompt that is used to create this, and you could actually go ahead and create one of your own. I'll show you an example. Let's say here it is, a cute brown bear. Do you see that? That's a brown bear. But what you see over here is a choice for you. So you could actually go ahead, a cute brown reindeer. Oh, you have a reindeer dressed as a bear. So you could actually just make those changes and try this out. So what I could do is, now I was actually working on ethics, right? Now I could actually go ahead and generate an image for ethics. What prompt should I use? That's confusing, but I have an idea. So I'm going to say, uh, suggest a prompt for image creation using Microsoft Designer. Remember, I am back on Copilot. Okay. And I'm going to say include. What is it that you want to include? include a student, let's say a 10-year old student, okay, uh, talking to uh, peers about ethics of AI. Probably I have only this much of an idea because I'm a student. I really want to imagine with AI what is it that I can have in my image. There you go. So it'll you don't have to go there. Now, Masami ma'am, I hope this helps because you don't have to go to Microsoft Designer. It'll already create that and show you and give you samples, examples within Copilot as well. And this is one thing that I wanted to do that show you over there that you have the options and show you over here and you can actually bring in changes. For example, I would like to say Indian student, right now it's not showing me Indian students, so I'm going to click on edit, right, and I'm going to there you go, I'll click on edit. I will edit this and add the word Indian over here. There you go. You can add over here Indian student talking to peers about ethics of AI. Here, you will get your image generated right here, and you can choose from the images that are available here. Yeah. So what I'm doing over here is I'm changing my teaching practices a little bit to make them more flexible, bring in more variety, give students choices, simplify my life by bringing in authentic learning experiences much faster, accelerate the way I work, and probably become uh, a better user of AI to benefit from. There you go. Ethics of AI is written at the back, and this child is teaching about ethics or talking about ethics of AI. Love it. Absolutely love it. Look at that. So you could actually use any of these images, or if you want, you can actually you can actually change the prompt or the way you want to use it. Yeah. And I've been on, I think, a marathon today to talk about many things that you can do using AI. I hope I've not gone too fast, but don't you worry. Our recordings will be available on YouTube. Every Tuesday when we host our sessions, we post our recording. You have a complete playlist over here. If it is a Microsoft in Education, you will find over here. Today we have done AI, so you will find our a recording available over here. And yeah, thank you, Sharda ma'am. You're loving our podcast. Oh my God, that's so nice of you to have said because we always look forward to hearing back from people to see. I'm just going to talk about the podcast as well. I'm going to talk about many things actually, but yeah, thank you so much. It goes a long way when you shower those praises or you share your thoughts and sentiments with us. Really goes a long way. So yes, if you're looking for the link to follow us on YouTube, here is YouTube. You can go for AI in Education or Microsoft in Education or ACE as well. You will find multiple videos here. Our entire summit is available on this playlist. And of course, we have podcasts running, which are called Pedagogy Pods. We've done 6 so far. So every Friday, we release a new podcast. And I've used AI in that. Do you want to see it? I'm, I'm not going to give you a choice. Obviously, I'm going to show you. Here you go. Take a look. Do you see what happened? What happened over here was this was playing music, and this is a still image. I used Microsoft Designer to create this. Of course, I gave all the description and everything. Pedagogy pods, talking on a couch, a very, a simple couch where people are sitting and talking. And I put this image. First, I made it on Microsoft Designer. And then I went to another app, which is called, I'm not going to give that away right now because I'm going to do that in another session. I went to another Gen AI app. And what we did was we put it here and automatically it turned this into animation and added music. Oh my God, it was fabulous. I mean, just hear it once again. And I think Sharda will agree that this actually looks like us talking. So literally, me, Meenakshi, Jyoti, we all of us sitting on a couch and talking. So we said two people because three looked a little crowded. So yes, it was beautiful, and that's how we use AI. You want to catch more of these pedagogy pods where we talk about general scenarios, not just no technology there. What we do is we talk about general class practices. So we are on Instagram as well. Here's our handle for Instagram. And what we do is we talk generally about what is teaching life like, what is it that teachers do. So we pick up different topics each week, and we post those. We talk about those and we share those with you in these podcasts. Have a hear and let me know how you like them. There are six of them that have already been released, so please do take a look at our pedagogy pods. Would love to hear. And then there are these generative AI. For example, you want to quickly learn what is it that I can do with these apps, or how do I use these apps. So this week, sorry, the last week, we have released videos on 5 apps that teachers can use. So here are these 5 apps, and then there is a post with all the 5 links to all the 5 apps together. So what you have seen today, these apps are all over here, and you can go ahead and explore them. Spend some time. It's really good to learn this way, and it's so much fun. Now, for the biggest announcement that I'm going to make, I'm going to take another 5 minutes, please, 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 please allow me. So we are hosting a Gen AI app mash. Yes, to prepare the changes that are happening around us in AI and GAI, that is generative AI. We are bringing the world of work, and to speed adoption of AI tools, teachers will need to focus on upskilling and reskilling. And we are here for AI literacy as your partner. We are happy to share that we are hosting a Gen AI app mash. This is going to happen on 13th and 14th. I am so sorry, the dates are mentioned incorrect over here. These are 13th and 14th of December, 4 to 6 p.m. both the days, and we are going to host this on 2 days for 2 hours. So please, please do join us. We would love to have you there. We would love for us to learn alongside you, because there's always learning happening on both the sides while you are working with teachers, because you give us so many ideas, and of course you give us the energy to do all of that. So do join us. We will be floating information about this by today evening after this session, with the correct dates and everything. I sincerely apologize for this. And this is going to be once again on 13th and 14th, and the timings have been, of December. Timings have been kept, keeping in mind that you should be available at that time. And of course, we've attached a minimal cost with it, for a very simple reason. People register and then they forget to log in or even attend, and then they keep asking for recordings. So we urge you to kindly be with us while we spare that hour for you. We request you to please spare that hour for us. I sincerely hope you will join us, and please spread the word. Let as many educators as possible benefit from this and learn together. Let's do this and make this a huge success. I sincerely hope that you are excited about it. We are absolutely ecstatic about it. Thank you so very much for joining us today. If you have any questions, any queries, please do write to us. I'll be happy to address any question, any queries, any request. And I have a hand raised. So, okay, no, you've put your hand down. Okay. And if you have anything that you want us to do for you, to remember, we're always here. We are your partners in learning. Thank you for joining. Do remember, every time I say this, next time when you join us on next Tuesday is our next session. And I hope thank you so much for the wonderful words that you are sharing in the chat window. I'm always looking forward to these comments and thoughts from you. So next session will be on 10th of December, that is next Tuesday, and we will be talking about building social emotional skills in students. And how are we going to do that with and without technology is what we're going to talk about. It's going to be both with and without technology. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, and bye bye. Please take care.